Welcome to BST lectures. In the previous video, we had learned the basic definition of the C language, and now in this video, we'll learn the major and the important functionality of a C program. And the C program starts with this thing, and that is the header file of the C program. In this session, we'll learn about what is a header file and how we can, what is the syntax of it, how can we use, and what are the types of the header files we use in C language. So, first, let us know what is mean by the header file. In C language, header file contains a set of predefined standard library functions. The .h is the extension of the header files in C, and we request to use a header file in our program by including it with the C pre-processing directive #include. #include is a pre-processing directive, and this hash is known as the preprocessor of the header file. C header files offer the features like library functions, data types, macros, etc. by importing them into the program with the help of preprocessor directive #include. We will learn about these data types, macros, and functions in a further videos. And this header file, this preprocessor is used to have all these features importing from the library functions. Next, the syntax of the header files are #include and the file name .h. First, suppose #include stdio.h. This is the basic one everyone knows. This is a standard input and output header file which consists of the functions like scanf and printf, basic input and output functions, right? So this is the one type of syntax we use, and we can also make our own header files which are made by the users. I mean, already which are kept in the functions predefined. Already the functionality of the header files are defined. We use the syntax like this. If we want to create our own header file, and the header file must contain in the same location as where you written the program. For suppose if you are creating a program in the directory named C, and the header file must contain in the directory which is named C. So in that cases we use this syntax #include in quotes. We keep file name .h, right? Next, the #include preprocessor directs the compiler that the header file needs to be preprocessed before compilation and includes all the necessary data types and function definitions. Right? Okay. Here we said that stdio.h contains scanf and printf. This stdio.h header file contains these two functions whose functionality is already written in that header file, right? Okay, here we will see the two types of header files in the C: standard or pre-existing header files, non-standard or user-defined header files. First one, standard or standard header files, contains the libraries defined in the ISO standard of the C programming language. They are stored in the default directory of the compiler and are present in all the C compilers from any vendor. There are 31 standard header files. First, suppose stdio.h is a standard header file, stdlib.h is a standard header file, math.h is a standard header used for all mathematical computations, and the famous one string.h is also a standard. And we are having more header files like this. The second one is non-standard header files. Non-standard header files are not a part of the languages of the ISO standard. They are generally all the header files defined by the programmers for purposes like containing customer library functions. Okay, example for this is conio.h, conio.h, and many more. I have said that we can create our own header file. So let us see a simple example how to create our own header file. Okay. I am saying now in the theoretical way. Later I will execute it and I will show it. Okay. So first, let us see how to create our own header file with an example of sum of two numbers. A simple example, right? What is sum of two numbers? A plus b is the algorithm. Simple algorithm. Okay. Now let us write the function of sum of two numbers. Int sum. Let us take the function as sum of two numbers. We have to write the functions in the camel case. Sum of two numbers. Let's take int a comma b. Let's pass the parameters like this. Okay. What is the sum of two numbers? Let's take int result as one variable and res is equal to a plus b. As we given int as a return type, so we have to return something that is 0. This is the function we write for sum of two numbers. We learn more about how to write a function, how to pass the parameters in our further videos. For the example sake, please make note of this function. Okay. Okay, here we have written 0. So if we want to use this function, we have to return something. So if we return 0, then what is the use of using this function? So let us return res. So what we have to find? We have to find sum of two numbers. So we will return the result of the addition of these two numbers. Okay. Now, so now save this code using the extension .h. Okay, now let us use this header file. We have saved this using a extension .h. So this is now our user defined header file. I am saving this as sum.h. This is how I have saved this code. Okay, now let us use this hash include. I said how to use the user defined header files sum dot h. We have to keep this in the quotations. Now let us take every execution starts with main as we know, and I will say about this in our further videos. Consider int a is equal to 13 comma b is equal to 5. Next, if we want to make the sum, we have to take int res is equal to a plus b. Next, printf percentage d comma res. And next, close the brace. This is a thing we use, but what we have used it here sum.h header file. So no need of instead of these things, we can directly use printf percentage d. What the function we have used? Sum. Okay, this is the function we have used. So copy this and you can directly use this function a comma b, right? Simple as that. The functionality of this function is already defined in this header file, so no need to have any other extra functionality to be added in this code. In this way we will create our own header files. If you want the execution of this and you want to see the result, let me show in a compiler which I use, that is dev C++. I will show in that compiler. Okay, let's move to the compiler. So here we can see I have copied the code of the header file functionality and save it with the name sum.h. And in another file, I have copied the code of the main functionality and use it the sum.h to test the functionality of the header file. And I am executing it using this compile and run button. And here we go. We got the answer 18. So we have created the user defined header file in this video. For more videos, please like, share and subscribe our videos. We will create interesting content on engineering topics. Please recommend our videos to your friends and subscribe to our channel BSD Lectures and click the bell icon. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Thank you.